Hey, friend, happy National Pizza Day. Today for lunch, we had served pizza. Want to get to something John Jones puts out. John Jones is our broker. John Jones Real Estate is the name of our firm. And once a month, he gives the Rutherford County residential real estate market comparison month over month, year over year. I'm going to get right to this because people love stats, but I don't think they want me to just ramble on. Let's just talk about Rutherford County, January 22 versus January 23. Listings added. A lot of inventory has been added this January versus last January is up roughly 22%, 604 homes. Last January added 738 homes were added this January. So as a lot of people are expecting, people are probably starting to put their homes on the market because they're becoming uncertain about value. Maybe people are rushing in now to capture what is left of the peak that happened last June. So if you're somebody and you're thinking about putting your home on the market, you know, this is probably the best time coming up to do that. February, March, April, May is normally when the most buyers are in the market. Therefore, they're probably going to pay the most. We went ahead and put our home. Actually, we didn't put our home on the market, but somebody is buying our home. There were some interesting stats, though, John was talking about. Last January rates were a lot lower, probably in the mid threes. This January, they're in the mid sixes. What's ironic or what's crazy is even despite that, even though we've come out of a slowdown in the second half of 2022, where the fourth quarter sucked, if I'm just being completely honest, sales were higher this January than they were last January. They were up by 16.7%. Last year, we sold 516 homes. And this January, we sold 602. Is it just because we had more inventory? Maybe. Is it pent-up demand? Could be all those things. But I really feel like that is very good information to know. Our pace of month-over-month sales has continued. It's off, but it's not as off as it was last year because the last few months, our listing closed, I'm rambling, I apologize, I think about 40% every month, lower and lower and lower. Well, now it's kind of slowed down to 35%. I'm going to go to the values because this is probably the other thing you care about. We peaked at the median sales price per square foot. We're going to use the median price per square foot because averages can be skewed. There could be a $7 million home sold, and then the rest of the homes could be $300,000. That would bring up the average. So what we use is the median sales price. And the median sales price, it looks like it peaked right at the beginning of June at $225 a foot. And then it started to decline. So it declined 2 months in a row. Then it bounced back up in August. Rates started dropping again during that time. Looks like we probably bottomed out at $205 a foot in December. So we went from $225 down to $205, and we were up. Home prices actually went back up $3 a foot from $205 to $208 a foot during the first month. So what does that tell us? Still too early to tell, but hopefully prices have stabilized. It's all going to come down to mortgage rates, and we still believe that by May, the middle of May, that's probably going to be a pretty good time for rates to drop because so many of the 39% of the CPI or the inflation report has to do with housing. And housing is a lagging indicator. So the numbers that we're seeing aren't January numbers. They're not December numbers. They may be November, October numbers. And once it tilts into this year, the rents are going to be a lot lower. So we believe May is going to be the month where rates drop again. Right now, they're kind of sticking in the mid sixes. Just imagine what this market's going to look like around here once we get back into the fives. Just want to share this information. Our market does look healthy. And this week or this past weekend, here's what really helps our market. We've got a $1.2 million home in Riverview Cove. It was sold by a cardiologist. Came into town, a heart surgeon. He bought that house. we sell to a lot of people that are moving in. The reason why that helps us is because it keeps our values high. So if you have any questions, let me know. Again, I'm Good Time Tommy. If you see my billboards and you want to know more about the $200 moves you in, let me know.